Okay, guys, so good afternoon. Today, as I said in the intro, we're going to cover what is the wastewater generated by the city of Tijuana and that is being treated by the city of San Diego on the other side from Mexico in the U.S. So every day, millions of gallons of water flow from one country to another, carrying with them an invisible burden. Welcome to the Tijuana-San Diego border, a place where water tells a story of international cooperation, environmental challenges, and the urgent need for solutions. This is the South Bay International Wastewater Treatment Plant, a facility designated to treat 25 million gallons of Tijuana sewage per day. But sometimes the water burden becomes too heavy. Overflows from Tijuana have overwhelmed the plant, causing partially treated sewage water to spill into the beautiful waters of San Diego. The impact of the environment in local communities is significant. Beaches are contaminated, marine life is threatened, and the people of San Diego are left to deal with the consequences. The issue has made the headlines, sparking debates about responsibilities, infrastructure, and the cost of environmental neglect. But amidst the challenges, there is hope. The U.S. and Mexico have agreed to invest in sanitation projects to address the problem, marking a significant step towards a solution. This is the story of resilience, of communities coming together, of scientists striving for innovation, and of government taking action. The water continues to flow, and with it, our commitment to protect our shared environment, because water knows no borders, and neither should our efforts to safeguard it. So, like I said before, the situation here is that everything that is happening between the Tijuana and San Diego border, you can see it in the newspaper. I have here the Los Angeles Times, that the heading says millions of gallons of sewage are spewing into San Diego area waters. A fix may take weeks. So the situation that for me as a citizen living currently in Tijuana, this problem has been seen for decades. They've tried to fix the problem, but it always gets even heavier wastewater, heavier situations. And the main problem here is that the city keeps growing. A lot of people coming from other places that want to live here and start a job, start a new life. So the situation is that for 3 years that our president, a municipal president, our local authorities only have the opportunity to put so much effort, and for 3 years each government that lasts they just don't do enough. So from the sewage from Tijuana has overwhelmed the international treatment plant in San Diego, which is now discharging 30 million gallons a day of partially treated water into the Pacific Oceans. Officials announced the situation Wednesday after 5 primary treatment tanks became clogged with sewage, garbage, and sediment at the South Bay International Wastewater Treatment Plant just north of the U.S.-Mexico border. With the primary tanks out of commission, that means we're not skimming the solids off the top. This is what Morgan Rogers, the San Diego Area Operations Manager for the U.S. section of the International Boundary and Water Commission. That means there's going to be more solids when it leaves. Potential effects to ocean quality along the South Bay shorelines are still being assessed. But mostly you can see that a lot of the beaches in San Diego have closed due to the problem of the wastewater and the contaminated beaches in San Diego. Whether it's significant or not, Rogers said he does not know right now the total suspended solids turbidity, but he knows they're going up. And that's the situation. Even in Tijuana, the beaches in Tijuana, local authorities mentioned that the beaches are closed, but during the weekends, you can see a lot of people playing in the sand, nearing the shores, playing in the water. So the reality is that those notices, citizens, when they go to the beaches, they really don't pay attention to those signs. So the international facility, which services Mexico, typically discharges about 25 million gallons of treated wastewater a day through the South Bay Ocean outfall, which stretches about 3.5 miles off the coast of Imperial Beach. This is a beach that's always affected by those wastewaters. So the situation here is very critical. And the problem with this situation, again, I will repeat, is the city of TJ is still growing. And with this growth, we have two problems here. The sewage water that is generated by all the inhabitants, all the citizens in Tijuana, and the situation that the city keeps growing, and we don't really have the water that we need to give to all the citizens. So in the summer, or sometimes during the whole 365 days in the year, we don't have access to clean water because of the growing city. So officials said that the pipe likely won't be repaired. The pipeline that addresses the wastewater situation, so it will be repaired until 2024, meaning that the treatment plant maybe have to continue operating over its intended capacity. So the city of San Diego has been forced to take an additional 5 million to 10 million gallons of sewage a day. It was supposed to be fixed back in September, but the problem is that sometimes fixing situations in pipes here in Mexico takes longer than usual. Or the program date that they give is really off for a lot of months before the pipe is fixed. So reports of sewage leaking over the border into the San Diego region stretch back at least to the 1930s. Significant improvements were made in the 1990s, but Tijuana wastewater facilities haven't kept pace with the city's population growth. Many poor communities remain unconnected to the city sewer system. And you can see it here. Where I live, there is a wastewater treatment plant, and I don't think it's sufficient for what they thought people would be living here in this area 10 years ago. It has fully grown, and you can see when you come over to this side near Rosarito that they're still constructing more houses, more apartments, so in more commercial zones. So this problem is going to grow before the problem is going to grow before they fix the problem. So it's a very big situation that we need to take care of, and the only way is to talk to our local government and try to tell them to make a stop to all the constructions, all the buildings, 20 more than they're building a lot of vertical tall buildings here, so that's going to be a lot of critical situations there.